Hey, how you doing? Justin here. Today we are checking out one of my personal favourite Aussie classics, which is Like Wow Wipeout by the Hoodoo Gurus. Fantastic band. I used to see them every time they came down to Tassie when I was a teenager, you know, really good fun. Great band, really tight kind of. They were like a uni band, I guess, when I was at uni. That's kind of their vibe. But there's some really interesting stuff going on musically as well. Great guitar interplay, the way that they use the two guitar parts together to kind of create something bigger than just the two parts. And this is a good example of that, this song. Some really interesting things, chords to check out and rhythms. And it's clever stuff. I think you're going to enjoy this. Well, I hope so anyway. If you're not familiar with the song, definitely go over to the website where there's a link to the original version and check out how it goes. So the first main riff that we've got is this. Now, the original version is a guitar going and another guitar going E, A, E. But together, you end up getting this. It's a really, really clever, nice sound, the way those the two parts kind of weave together. But I always played it because they sounded so right together. I've always played it as just a regular E and then an A sus chord. Now I'm using fingers 2, 3 and 4, so nothing on the thicker string, open A, 5th string that is, then second finger 2nd fret 4th string, third finger 2nd fret 3rd string, and little finger on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, and then the open E string. It's an A sus 4 chord. Okay, so E, then to this A sus 4 and back to E again. Now, the rhythm of it's also quite interesting. It's kind of cool, and there's a little quirk to the rhythm which I generally have always thought about playing it using regular down and up strumming, meaning that you strum down on 1, 2, 3 and 4 and up on the ands in between. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and you would normally fit any kind of riff or strumming pattern around that because that's what makes sense and it normally feels good. But in this particular song, what would normally be an up strum on the and after 2 feels better as a down, and it's really odd because it should be 2, 3, 4, down, up, down, 1, 2, 3, 4, down, up, down, 1, 2, 3, 4, E, A7. A sus rather, not A7, but you can see the idea that this hand can keep moving like that, and it kind of works. That the count is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, up, down. 1, 2, 3, 4. E, A sus, E. 1, 2. So there's 2 up strums there on the A. Up. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay, however, the up strum after 2 feels nicer as a down. Okay, so 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, up, down, 2, which is kind of wrong on every level, but it feels righter. And I know that's wonky because it doesn't really make sense, but it's how it is. And it does appear from watching a few live videos of the Hoodoos that they're using a down strum on that and after 2 as well. So you've got a choice. You can either go down, up, down, 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, up, down, or you can try and go down, up, down, 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, up, down, which kind of feels a bit jerky, but you know, it can definitely sit in the groove nicely like that, and it's completely your choice. Okay, and it's just bouncing between the E and the A sus 4. Excuse me if sometimes I say A7, it's just a bit of a mouthful sometimes to say sus 4. In fact, I might just start calling it A sus because it'll be a bit easier. I kiss the ground on which you walk, I kiss the lips through which you talk, I kiss the city of New York, where I first met you. Okay, so that's just a B chord for a bar, and then an A chord. Then back to the riff. Okay, if you're not familiar with B, you should know this from the website. Intermediate course bar chords, A shape, if you're interested in more information on how to play it. But muting the thicker string, first finger, second fret, fifth string, third finger barring the fourth fret of strings 4, 3 and 2, lifting up to make sure you don't play the thinner string. Okay, B, 4 down strums, A, 2, 3, 4, riff. You're my doll and don't forget it, 'cause I'm the guy who will regret it. I love you more than when I said it, when I first met you. Okay, so the second time there it goes B, D. You could play D there as a bar chord or open chord. Either of those things would totally work. It's just completely up to you. And then we got the riff again. Now we're into the chorus. Now the chorus has got something really interesting going on rhythmically, which is it's changing to a new chord in the middle of the bar, but coming back to the original one. So you'll see in my sheet music book there's just 2 chords per bar, but it's actually played like in the E, D, it's going E, D, E, E, D, D, E, E, D, E. So it's down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, E, D, E. E, 1, 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3, 4. Okay, very, very odd little pattern there to get that chord change. Sounds great in a band context, but it is likely to feel a little bit odd when you first start trying to do it. So spend a little bit of time doing it, practicing it slowly, getting it, the feeling of it under your fingers, and then you can start playing along. It's definitely a funny one to sing and play along with, for me anyway. I love the way you talk, you walk, your smile, your style, like wow, wipe out, no doubt that I was gone the moment I laid eyes on you. Okay, so it's going E, D, E, E, D, E, E, D, E, E. Then it's A to G, A, G, A, E, D, E, E, D. Then F sharp for a bar, A, riff. Okay, it's not that difficult, it's just unusual, and therefore if you're not used to doing it, it feels a bit odd. For the A chord, I'm using first finger little mini bar there. I find that a lot easier. G, just a regular fingers 1, 2 and 3 style G there for that part. But again, you just want to practice. I'm just going to back the volume off a little bit, clean up the sound, and just do it nice and slow. So I love the way you E, D, E, E. 1, 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3, 4, A, G, A, 1, 2 and 3, 4, E, to D, E, E, to F sharp power chord, A. So just 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and all down picks, then on the A, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and riff. Okay, and that'll get you most of the way through the song. Okay, they're the main puzzle pieces that you need, but just to make life a little bit difficult, it changes key later on in the song for the third chorus specifically, and then for the outro. And it's the same rhythm as going on in the chorus with the E to D and the A to G, but we're doing F sharp power chord. Now you can play kind of big F sharp bar chord, but it sounds a little bit kind of odd to me. So I tend to play like an F sharp power chord, but I try not to press very hard with the second finger. So that note, which is the note that makes the chord major or minor, there's major, there's minor, there's resting on the string, where you don't really hear that note properly, is what I tend to go for this song. Or you could just play a regular power chord, but F sharp, E, F sharp, F sharp, E, F sharp, F sharp, E, F sharp, F sharp, to B, A, B, B, A, B, F sharp, E, F sharp, F, to G sharp, B, F sharp, E, A, F sharp, E. Okay, so there's just that last little bit there's a little bit odd. It's going F sharp, E, A, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then we just got F sharp to A, F sharp to E. I'm doing down, down, up, down, 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 down. I'm doing a little, funnily enough, I just did a lesson on Beds of Burning by Midnight Oil, which has got the same sort of thing in it. Instead of going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and we go 1 and a 2 and 3 and 4 and down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Very cool little trick, this. Down, down, up, down, up. So you're still trying to keep that hand moving continuously, feeling, but you put in an extra quick down and up. Gets pretty frantic toward the end of this song. If you want to have a go at mucking around with some solos, some little F sharp minor pentatonic seems to rip through this pretty well, and is very good fun, but a lot more about trying to get the energy and the vibe going on than so much about the notes, I always think, with this this kind of song. A little bit complicated, a few things in the arrangement to watch out for. So as usual, it's really important that you listen to the original recorded version so you know where you are in the song. Again, on the website we'll always have my lesson, and underneath will be the YouTube video for the actual song for you to check out and play along with. Really good, really good idea to check those things out and make sure that you can try and play along with the whole song. You know, learning a bit of the riffs and stuff is cool fun, but really to progress as a guitar player you want to be learning the whole song, because it'll force you to face any challenges that you have or bits that you might find a little bit tricky. A song like this has got quite a lot of bar chords in it as well, and some interesting rhythms, so it's definitely not a beginner tune, but man, it's really good fun, and I really hope that you dig this tune and check out some Hoodoo Gurus if you're not familiar with their stuff. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you do what I do, and there's hundreds more lessons on the site, so go and check that out. If you're struggling with anything, I'll see you for plenty more lessons very soon. You take care of yourselves. Bye bye.